Hi, I'm Chad McGehee. I am the mental performance coach and director of meditation training at Wisconsin Athletics, as well as the co-founder of Inner Edge Meditation. I train and research mental performance and rigorous meditation training in high performance environments. And I recently co-authored a chapter in a performance neuroscience textbook with collaborators at the University of Miami, Amishi Jha, Josh Rooks, and Scott Rogers, titled "What's Important Now? The Foundational Role of Mindfulness in Performance." And I've gotten some questions on this chapter, so I'll be doing a series of videos to kind of dig into some of these questions. And the first has to do with the way we talk about the foundational nature of mindfulness and performance. So this goes kind of against some of the common ways that mindfulness has shown up in the performance psychology world. Namely, oftentimes mindfulness is viewed as a strategy amongst many other psychological skills training strategies. Or sometimes folks are kind of saying, I'm in the mindfulness camp, or I'm in the kind of psychological skills training CBT camp, or misunderstandings around mindfulness, that it's just about feeling calm, it's about arousal regulation. And according to the science and in my lived experience of training in these environments in sport, tactical, corporate for the past 15 years, none of that really holds up. And in this chapter, what we outline is this foundational nature of it. And in particular, what we say is the skills of mindfulness. And in the chapter, and I'll be digging into this more in future videos, when we say mindfulness, what do we mean? But from a neurocognitive perspective, these skills of mindfulness, of selective attention, meta awareness, and decentering are foundational to any other psychological skills training. Things in the traditional canon like visualization or goal setting or arousal regulation, even. These things are foundational to that. In particular, let's kind of dig into an example. Let's think about something like visualization. Visualization is extremely useful. It's well researched, it's powerful, and it should be part of every performer's consideration as they think about being at their best. But when we think about the skills that we're developing in mindfulness practice, if somebody wants to do a visualization practice and their attention is all over the place, then they're not going to be very good at that visualization practice. Or if they have no stability, no awareness of what's happening in emotional reactivity or in their somatic body experience, then they're going to be swept away in traditional habitual ways of reacting to these stimuli, not creating the space for something new to emerge. Or if someone's believing every thought that comes through their head, maybe around doubt or worry during the visualization practice, then they create no space for something new to emerge, for those new neural pathways to be built. So by training for these skills of selective attention, meta-awareness, and decentering, we give ourselves the capacity to then bring forth a more robust skill set into the traditional psychological skills training canon. So this is just one of the ways that we dig into in this chapter where mindfulness can be beneficial. There's more direct and indirect ways, including when we say mindfulness, what are some of the specific skills we'll be developing that we'll explore in future videos. But thanks for tuning in. And if you're interested in exploring more of this, we're actually doing a half-day virtual practice on October 10th. And you're welcome to join. And we're going to be exploring these concepts, other performance-based concepts in community with other high performers as we dig into really the practice part of it. Some of the ideas, but developing the skills to be able to implement this in our lives. So look forward to seeing many of you there.